Good evening, everyone. My name is Nilan. Just give us a few more minutes. We are waiting for a few more people to join. Till then, we just have a video for you about IIT. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and we will start as soon as this video ends. Thank you.
Your future begins here at IIT Sri Lanka, a leader in higher education for 35 years. Start your journey with our foundation programs. Step into globally recognized degree programs in IT and business. And take your career further with our master's programs. At IIT, you don't just earn a qualification, you gain skills, experiences, and opportunities that open doors worldwide. IIT, 35 years of educational excellence.
Right. Good evening again. First of all, we would like to thank everyone who has come to this webinar today, and would like to also would like to welcome students from Bangladesh who have joined this webinar today to learn more about the IIT Foundation program. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to inform the students from Bangladesh, that we will also be having an exclusive session next week, somewhere on Thursday or Friday, for the students and anyone interested to study the International Foundation program, so which you will receive an email from us in due course. But you are most welcome to stay on and listen to the program today, which is presented to the students from Sri Lanka. You can learn and understand more about the program. And also, I would like to inform everybody, when you do have questions, please feel free to post it on the chat, and our senior lecturer and myself will do our best to answer all your questions. So to start off, I would like to introduce Ms. Shriyani Siriwardana, senior lecturer of the foundation program at IIT. So Shriyani, over to you.
Thank you, Nilan. I'm not sure. Yeah, I hope you can see me. Welcome to the session, everybody, and thank you for joining. And welcome to guests from Sri Lanka as well as from Bangladesh. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a general overview or an introduction to the IIT Foundation program. So I will share slides with you. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, I hope you can see the slides. Nilan, are you able to see my screen and the slides?
Yes, I can see your screen, Shriyani. It is clear.
Okay, thank you. So as Nilan said, please type in your questions or any comments into the chat, and we will be monitoring that, and we will take a question and answer session after I finish. So to begin with, I would like to start by saying that IIT has been in Sri Lanka for 35 years or more. We are a well-established educational institute in Sri Lanka, and we are the first institution to introduce non-Sri Lankan degree programs, especially from the UK, in Sri Lanka. And our foundation program is also well established, and we keep updating the program and changing it to suit the market requirements, both globally and in Sri Lanka. So from the title, you can see that we have two titles there for the same program. So we have the IIT Foundation Certificate in Higher Education, which is our program. We have also received validation for our own program from the UK NCOL organization, which is the qualification awarding higher education organization in the UK. So therefore, we are permitted to use this second title, UK NCOL Level 3 Diploma in Business and Computing. And we will introduce that in more detail later on. But let me start with our foundation program. Right, so the IIT Foundation program is structured within one academic year. So once you join the foundation program, within that program, you have 2 semesters. A semester in Sri Lanka is also called a term of study. So we have 2 4-month terms, and your studies will be within 2 semesters. And it is designed for students who in Sri Lanka may not want to continue with their A levels. They have completed their O levels and want to move on to higher studies without wasting too much time, maybe, or for many other reasons. So the foundation program fills in the gap that allows students to join an undergraduate degree program on completion of the foundation program. So the foundation program at IIT includes 3 different pathways, meaning once you finish the foundation program, you may have an interest in following certain degree programs. So those degree programs could be either related to computing, it could be a mix of business and technology, so business technology, or maybe you are thinking of a business management degree program later on. So we have, on the foundation program, we prepare you to be able to follow any of these degree programs of your choice later on. So therefore, we have subjects which we have organized into 3 different pathways. So if you are interested in doing a computer degree later on, undergraduate degree program, we have the computer pathway, and we have subjects or modules, as we call them, which are relevant to the computing pathway that will prepare you for computing degree programs. We have also a set of subjects that are organized so that you will be able to progress onto a business and computing based degree program if you wish. So that could be a business computing degree program, business data analytics computer program, undergraduate program. So that would lead you to business with computing. Or else, if you wish to follow a business management program, we have a business management pathway as well. So when you join IIT as a foundation student, you can think about which type of degree you are planning to follow later on, and then you select a relevant pathway so that leads you to your degree of choice. Now, in case you are still not sure which degree program you want to do, that's fine as well, because in the first semester, for computing students or business technology students, if you are not sure which exactly you would like to do, the modules that are completed in the business technology and computing pathways are the same. So during the first semester, you follow common modules. And then in the second semester, after you have done a few months of study, you might have a better idea of what sort of degree program you want to follow. And so therefore, the second semester, you can make your choice. And then, of course, the modules are relevant to that particular degree path. Business management students, that doesn't apply. You need to select that pathway right from the start. That is because the subjects are quite different to the computer pathway subjects. But don't worry too much about this, because we will advise you and we will guide you as you go along. You just need to remember that we have different subjects based on the degree program you would like to follow. And then you would need to do that combination of subjects. Okay. So as I said earlier, make a note of any questions that you might need to ask. You can pop it in the chat or else wait until the end for the Q&A section. But as I go along, as I'm speaking, please make a note of the questions that you might like to ask us. Right. So what is the entry criteria that you would need to gain entrance or admission into the IIT Foundation program? So in Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan students, you would need to have 6 passes at the Sri Lankan GCE O-level exam. 6 passes at the Sri Lankan GCE O-level exams. Or else, you need to have 5 passes at the London GCE O-level exams. So it's either 6 passes at the Sri Lankan O-levels or 5 passes at the London O-levels. So out of the 6 or 5 passes, 3 need to be credit passes. 3 credit passes are required. Of those 3 credit passes, 2 have to be for English and maths. So you do need a credit pass in O-level English or maths to gain entry into our foundation program. So I will repeat that again. You need 6 passes at the Sri Lankan O-levels or 5 passes at the London O-levels with a minimum of 3 credits. And you need to have credit pass in maths and English to be able to gain admission. Now, if you think you don't have these requirements, please do get in touch with us and we can advise you how you can proceed. Okay. Right. So, right. Once you have done the foundation program, what are your options? Where do you go from IIT? So we have 3 options on the screen. The first is that you can continue your studies at IIT. You don't need to go anywhere else. We offer degree programs with our UK partners, and it is the exact degree program that the UK partner offers. That is University of Westminster and the Robert Gordon University. There is no difference in the degree program, and the certificate that you receive, the degree certificate, has nothing to do with IIT. It comes from our partner university. So one way of continuing is you can continue at IIT and follow your entire degree of choice at IIT in Colombo. Second choice is that your second option is you could transfer to an affiliated university or university of your choice. Many universities accept our foundation program, and once you come to IIT, you can speak to the relevant people who are in charge of the study abroad program, and they will give you the list of universities that you could transfer to. Or else the third option is we have, after completing the foundation program, students can pursue their studies in the countries mentioned. We have a list of countries who have agreements with IIT, and those details can be given to you. So how is it that you can go abroad and join another university with the foundation program is because we are an accredited program. We have been accredited by NCOL UK, and NCOL UK qualifications are recognized worldwide. We also have validation from our local educational authorities. So it is a recognized program. And as I said at the start, IIT is a well-established organization in Sri Lanka and recognized by the local education authorities. That is how you can progress even overseas if you wish. And for further details on this, you can contact the marketing department later on once you join IIT. Right. So how does the foundation program work? How do we do our studies here and how is everything organized? Like I said, we have 2 semesters and I have listed if you are joining IIT in September next month, then this is our plan for Sri Lanka. This may not be relevant to Bangladesh. We will talk about it separately. But Sri Lanka semester 1, that is the first semester, runs from September to December, and you will have your final exams in December. Once that's complete, and once you have passed the first semester, you need to pass all the subjects in the first semester. Because most often a lot of them are prerequisites. You need that to progress to the next level. So semester 2 then begins in January 2027 and goes on till April when you have your final exams in April and complete the foundation program. So that is how the 2 semesters are organized. So once you complete the foundation program, you need to pass all your modules on the foundation program. Then you will be eligible to move on to your chosen degree program. So students joining in September 2026, that is next month, once you have completed your foundation program in April 2027, our next, if you are continuing at IIT, on the degree programs, our next intake would be in September 2027. Yeah, that's when we start the next intake of degree programs once you finish in April 2027. Okay. Right. So English placement test, I think the heading is probably covered because of my Zoom layout. But English placement test. Now, what is this? Now, when you come to IIT for the foundation program or for any other degree program, the studies, lectures, everything is conducted in English because these are international programs that we offer. Now, entrance criteria for the foundation program, as I mentioned, requires a credit pass in English. That's fine. So you come in with your credit pass. Once you come into IIT, we still would like to continue teaching you English based on your level of English, right? So once you come into IIT, during the orientation program, we conduct a placement test, an English placement test. This is just so that we can assign you to the relevant class because English is a compulsory subject that you need to follow in the first semester. But we have 2 different classes based on your level of English so that we can help you better. So we conduct an English placement test which is compulsory for all students. And the English placement test that we conduct is actually the Cambridge Lingua Skill English test. So we run that. It's a computer-based Cambridge test. This is not so that we ask you to leave IIT or anything like that. You have come in because you have the requirements, the O-levels and the credit passes. But once you come in, we need to be able to offer you additional help and support in English. So For that reason, we have this placement test, and that will be held during the first or second day of your joining the foundation program. So it is conducted at IIT in our labs, and it is done during the orientation program, and it is compulsory for all students. Okay, that's the English placement test that we have. Right, so successful completion of the foundation program. How would we assess or tell you that you have completed the foundation program successfully? So during semester 1, I said you will be following certain subjects, certain modules. You need to pass all of those modules so that you are able to move on to the second semester. If by any chance you don't pass any subject, then there is an opportunity to repeat that subject, but you would need to complete all your semester 1 subjects in order to move on to the second semester, because you have a separate set of subjects in semester 2. That is a requirement. So once you have completed all your subjects successfully passed, then you complete the foundation program. We monitor and we consider attendance very important on the foundation program. It is quite difficult to be absent and then learn the material properly. Okay, so there's a lot of discussion. It's not just notes. We don't go out to the lecturers just don't read notes. They and expect students to take down notes. No, we actually share our lecture notes with the students, and we use the lecture time for discussion and explanation. So it's not just a case of dictating notes or reading out notes. So there's a lot of interaction, there are lots of activities, worksheets, group work, so much happening at the lectures and tutorials that help you with your studies. And it's an ongoing process and continuous assessment. So attendance is compulsory physically at IIT. So we in Colombo, in Sri Lanka, we don't conduct any lectures online. We have found that the physical lectures are far more effective. Students learn to interact with their peers. There are study discussions, study groups. You have group work you need to do, and all this is to prepare you for a career in the industry at which you need to work together in a team. So that is what we are training you to do. So attendance is mandatory, and we have an online system through which we take the attendance and keep a record. So just so you know that this is a commitment you make to your studies once you join the foundation program. So the foundation program actually runs from Monday to Friday. It's a full-time, full-day program in Colombo. Lectures are conducted full day. So that is something you need to remember. And for students in Sri Lanka, you may know that we have a lot of holidays on our Sri Lankan calendar. But since we are linked with the foreign universities, we have to follow their academic program. So we don't observe all of the public holidays in Sri Lanka. We only observe the mercantile holidays. So any other holiday that is on our calendar, we actually have lectures. If we don't do that, we can't fit into the overseas academic calendars. And you will not be able to join the next intake on time. So therefore, please note that we have lectures from 8:30 to most probably almost 5, sometimes 3:30, but we have other activities till 5. So Monday to Friday, your availability needs to be there for 8:30 to 5, Monday to Friday, and on all days except mercantile holidays. So that is for Sri Lankan students. So this is what I already explained to you. We have revised our times a little, so it should be around 5 that you complete your lectures for a day. So in semester 1, in the first semester, you have to complete 5 subjects or 5 modules. Each of those subjects will have a 2-hour lecture, and you also have tutorials. So 4 of the modules will have two tutorials per week, or 4 hours of tutorials per week, and one subject will have 2 hours of tutorials per week. So this is a breakdown of your hours of lectures and tutorials at IIT during semester 1. In addition to the lectures and the tutorials, you are supposed to spend 4 hours of homework and self-study per week per module. So as you can see, it's quite a full timetable that you will have. So again, I say that because you need to be committed to your studies. For Sri Lankan students, remember, you are not going to do your A levels, which is roughly 2.5 years. Instead, you are following the foundation program, so a lot needs to be covered in the 2 semesters. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Right, so we are preparing you for work someday, for the industry, to be a professional. That is what the whole study program at IIT is about. So that is preparation for the corporate sector or wherever it is you would like to work. Basically, we are training you to be a professional. So therefore, we have certain rules that we follow at IIT. We have a dress code, and details will be given to you later, but basically it's a professional dress that we expect. We expect punctuality from students. So for example, if a lecture is at 8:30, starting at 8:30, we expect you to be there at 8:30. So in Sri Lanka, we do have a lot of traffic jams and a lot of office traffic, and all of that we do understand. So we hope the students will take that all into account and plan to be early so that you are on time for your lectures. Another thing that we expect is that we are training to be professionals, and we treat all of us within the institute, students, staff, any level of staff, we treat each other with a great deal of respect, and we expect our students to do the same. Okay. Right, language. So English is a language we use at IIT because we need to improve as well. For many of us, it is not our first language, and the only way in which we can improve and practice is by using it. So at IIT, we use language, but apart from that, we are careful with the type of language we use in the institute as well. Remember, we are professionals here. So at IIT, we have a lot of activities going on other than only the studies. We have corporate sector visitors, we have projects going on, we have overseas visitors. We have a lot of activities going on at IIT, and therefore we need to maintain maybe silence in the areas that we should. There are areas for students where you could make as much noise as you like, but there is a certain behavior code that we expect from our students, and don't worry, we will guide you. Right? It's just that we are focusing on being professionals within the institute. Right. So at IIT, students, you have a lot of support. You have so many different units. We are all here to help you and guide you along. So we start with maybe a module leader who is a subject head. So say, for example, you are studying maths. So there will be a team of lecturers who are teaching maths. We don't just have one lecturer, we have a team of lecturers. And each lecturer, one may take a lecture, one may take a tutorial, but each of those subjects will have a module leader who heads that subject. So you will have a module leader you can approach if you have problems relating to any particular subject. Then we have a lecturer also called a level coordinator who is appointed to each intake. So your September intake will have your own level coordinator. We also have a foundation course leader who overall manages uh, the foundation program. So he is also here on the premises. And then I'm your program manager, overall managing program. I'm available. We have each center, as you know, in Sri Lanka at the moment, we have three centers. We have one in Colombo, we have one in Galle, and one in Kurunegala. So at each of these centers, we have a professor who is the head of that particular center. So all of these people are there to help you. And we also have the student relations unit um, who are there for counseling, for helping you in any area, any problem or any issue or anything you want to discuss. A separate unit that are available to support you at any given time. So why I have listed all these people and these units here is that so that you know that there are people to guide you and help you along the way as you go along. So you don't need to feel alone or feel that you need to handle everything by yourself. There are people to help you. And so that brings me to the end of the presentation, but we will move on to questions that you might have. So I haven't been monitoring the chat because I had my screen on full. But if you have any questions to ask, and you don't have to use the chat, you can, I think, Ms. Leland, do we have the voice enabled as well?
Hi, Shani. No, we can.
Chat.
Students can post their questions so that we could assist them better on the chat
Right.
room. So we would encourage all the participants here to post any of their questions on the chat room.
One other point, because we already have Bangladesh students here at IIT, we have a student with us who is currently following the degree program but came through the foundation program. So Bangladesh students or our colleagues may be from Bangladesh. If you are here and you want to ask anything, you can type that into the chat as well. But mention that you are a Bangladesh student so that we can direct the answers to Soha.
Thank you, Shani, for the wonderful explanation. So, as we mentioned before, we are so glad to have all the young students here, Sri Lankan and Bangladesh as well. This was primarily a session in general for our foundation for the students in Sri Lanka, but I hope the information that was shared and honestly, I believe the information shared has been very useful even to students on this webinar from Bangladesh. We actually are looking to have, as I said before, we are planning to have another session next week exclusively for the students in Bangladesh, which you all will be notified in due course, which will come via email because we have your email addresses. So we will do it in the near future. So feel free to ask any question, post any question on the chat, and Shani will definitely be able to help you out.
Yeah, I think that was a useful comment. So if you don't want to, type, maybe you can raise your hand, but in that case, we would need to allow the microphone. But please feel free to ask questions. Um, don't think that any question is not important. We're quite happy to answer any question that you might have. I think some of you may be wondering when we will start the semester. So we will start the semester in early September with an orientation program at which we give you lots more information and we introduce you to everything that's happening at IIT. Right. So we have a question about
Yes,
what is included in the maths modules. I wonder if Mr. Namal is online. But specific areas will be shared with you. You are expected to have completed your O-level maths. So it will be a slightly higher level of maths that is covered in the foundation program. Again, it also depends on the degree pathway that you wish to follow. So if it's the computing pathway, then you will be following the mathematics for computing subject. If you are following a business pathway, then you would be taking the mathematics for business subject. So there is a little difference in the content and the topics covered depending on which module you are following. How many students are in a class in the degree program? I won't comment on the degree program because I'm handling the foundation program. But in the foundation program, we have two types of classes, as I mentioned. We have lectures and we have tutorials. So the lectures is a common lecture for a larger number of students where we explain maybe a topic and what it is about, and we teach you a new subject. In addition to a lecture, we then have tutorials during the week. A tutorial is a small group that is around 35 students. So in this small group, you actually get to try out what you have been taught at the lecture. You have activities, you have worksheets, you have group work, presentations, so many different types of activities in a smaller group where you are able to practice what you are taught at the lecture, and you can ask chat with your tutor, with your lecturer. You can discuss the content with your classmates. It's a smaller group that helps us to put into practice what you are taught at the lecture. So a tutorial is a smaller group of around 35. A lecture can be even maybe 100 students. But again, we have lecturers to cover that group as well. I hope that answers your question. That will be launched later on, maybe next year, end of next year. At the moment, the foundation program is at Ramakrishna Road in Vellavatta. So why is there? I'm not quite sure what you mean. But on the foundation program, students follow common subjects as well as pathway specific modules. So we all need to be together in the same location with all the lecturers with us so that we can support you. Deadline, right. So what is the deadline for registration on the foundation program for September? I don't know, Mr. Neelan, if you could answer that. if you're there, but I think we can go up to September. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Hi. So usually the deadline is till the end of the first week or the second week or second week of September. So, but we would encourage students to register whenever they feel the time is right. Then, because there is a process for the registration process. So usually it's I would give you a bit of latitude end of the first week of September or the early of mid of second week of September.
There's another, yeah, thank you. There's another question about the degree program, availability of a degree program in Gaul. At the moment, we are not running the University of Westminster or Robert Gordon University degree programs in Gaul because of the requirement of the parent university. It needs to be in Colombo. But we are soon to be launching our own degree programs within the next year. And if there are sufficient numbers of students for those programs, we could start off in Gaul. But at the moment, all the degree programs are held in Colombo. Any other questions? Anybody else? They are all useful questions because somebody else may be thinking of asking the same question. So it's always quite useful to be able to answer questions. Yes, the new IIT University will be launching in Ratmalana. So we are not sure of the date exactly, but once that happens, we should be able to continue there as well. But for the moment, we are located in Colombo in the buildings that we have right now. So you could plan for the moment to be, say, Ramakrishna Road for the foundation program. Anything else, please feel free. Um, the minimum pass mark for any subject is 40 out of 100. So we don't have a rule of 50 anymore for the AI and data engineering program. However, students who wish to follow the artificial intelligence and data engineering degree program, you will have an additional advanced maths module that you will have to pass, and that will be in semester 2. So you first start off with semester 1 with the common module before you make a decision, and that will help you to check your level and what you would like to do, because once you start studying, you may be interested in one another pathway. So you start with common modules in semester 1, and then you could see what pathway you want to do. And if that is artificial intelligence and data engineering, in addition to the modules that you follow with the other students, you will have an advanced mathematics module to complete so that you can be eligible for the artificial intelligence and data engineering degree program. Now, this program is actually done by the Robert Gordon University in Scotland, and there is a higher level, much higher level of maths that's required for entry into their degree program. So we have to comply with their rules. That is why we have an additional mathematics, higher advanced mathematics module to be completed for AI and DE students only. and the business data analytics students have another maths module. In your choice of degree programs and which degree program and pathway to follow, don't worry if you are feeling confused and you don't quite know what you want to do right now. We will guide you and help you in that decision. There are so many of us available. You can come and chat with us, and we will see what you can do. So you don't need to make that decision alone. We can help you with that. These are all good questions that you are asking. Once Yes, so for the September intake students, since we are following this is the UK academic year pattern. So when you start in September and you finish in April, so in the UK that would be the summer months, right? So that they are on holiday during that time and they start their degree program in September. So yes, you would have a few months free time until you start your degree program in September. This again is for the Sri Lankan students. The Bangladeshi students may have a different schedule. Anything else you would like to ask me? Mr. Nilan, I think, not sure if there are any more questions.
Right, Shani. Thank you so much. Before anything, I would like to take 3 minutes of your, a few minutes of your time to all the participants in the group to show you all how interesting it is and how much of fun students in IIT have. So we'll be just sharing a short 2 minute, less than 2 minute video to show our sports meet that we have for all students from foundation to the degree and everything. I hope you enjoy this short video. Hope you all enjoyed that. We also have another short video of one of our students who started at foundation and now she's following her degree at IIT. So her testimony or her inputs about her time at IIT. So hope you all will enjoy. It will take about 2 to 3 minutes. Hope you all enjoy that video as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Shanaka Disanayaka and I'm currently a third year computer science undergraduate at IIT pursuing a degree with the University of Westminster, UK. Before joining IIT, I studied at the Gautami Balika Vidyalaya Colombo where I have done my ordinary level exams with 9A passes. During the school time, I was also very active in the extracurricular activities. I served as the president of the English Broadcasting Unit and also I served as a Leo. I was the club secretary of the Leo Club of Gautami Balika and also I served as a school prefect and many other more extracurriculars. So right after my O-levels, I have joined the IIT Foundation program and within around 8 months, I was able to complete the foundation program with a distinction and I was able to proceed to my degree program. Now that I'm in my third year, I can genuinely say that doing my foundation here at IIT made the transition to my degree program very easy and very smooth. And to be very honest, foundation really gives out what its name says. It gives you the foundation and it prepares you to what coming up next. Throughout IIT Foundation, we had the exposure to real life project handling and group projects, presentations, vivas and all. When I entered to the first year of my undergraduate program, I really realized how important and how valuable the exposure given at the IIT Foundation was. I was not new for these presentations, group projects and the deadlines. It really continued to help me in my second year as well. I've seen many of my friends who have come to the undergraduate programs with several other pathways without doing the foundation here at IIT, and the transition can be a little bit difficult. For me, it was really smooth because the foundation has already prepared me for the upcoming environment. At the same time, doing foundation didn't mean that I had to give up everything else. I went ahead with my A-levels during the break after the foundation, as well as keeping my extracurricular activities parallelly. Even today, I continue to be involved in the extracurricular activities very actively. So I have served as a club service director at the Rotary Club of IIT and I'm currently serving as the Deputy Secretary of the Students' Union of IIT. I'm currently also the President of the Leo Club of Pannipitiya Metro Titans, which I think is adding more value to my journey. So looking back at that 16-year-old girl who has just completed her O-levels and now in her third year as a computer science undergraduate, also doing her internship, I would genuinely say that IIT Foundation program had a real impact on this journey. And if you are planning on joining to IIT right after your O-levels, think of it as a head start because it definitely was a head start for me. And for anyone here today who is considering to start your own journey here at IIT, I wish you all the very best and hope to see you around IIT soon. Bye.
Right, right. So we thought we'll just share with all of you all a few things about IIT, and we believe that you have been able to get a better idea of our foundation program by listening to Ms. Shyani Sirivardhana. So thank you so much. We would like to thank everyone, all the participants here at this webinar. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming and listening to us. And we will be in touch with you. Feel free to contact us as well, but we will definitely get in touch with you. Our student counselors will get in touch with you to help you get more information, to assist you in any way possible in order to guide you all to build a great future for all of you all. And also a great thank you to the participants from Bangladesh. We have a very unique session coming up next week for all of y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all there. And last but not least, Mishiani Sivadana, thank you so much for your time. And thank you for explaining the program in detail to all of us. So it has been a great time listening to you. Thank you once again, Mishiani Sirvadana. If you'd like to say a few words, please go ahead. Yeah.
You're welcome. It's actually my pleasure to be able to talk about the foundation program because we have seen how helpful it is and how it has helped students along the way. Students have gone on to graduate and go on to their master's studies and even PhDs and doing very well in the industry after having completed the foundation program. So I've been at IIT for a long time. And there are so many alumni out there who have gone through the foundation program and are very successful in their careers. So it's actually a pleasure for me to be able to talk about the foundation program. And students, I hope to see you all soon when we start in September. Thank you, Nilan.
Thank you, Mishiani. So wish you all, everybody, a pleasant evening and a good night. Thank you.